So we're going to take a look at pseudo-classes, a specific example in this use case. But first of all, what exactly are pseudo-classes and why should you care? Effectively, a CSS pseudo-class allows us to add styles to selectors. Now, again, what exactly does that mean? Well, let me give you a simple example. So if we take a look at a hyperlink or a link, we've got 4 pseudo-classes. We've got link, visited, hover, and active. These are various different states of that particular selector, and we can then apply different styling to each one of those. So for example, on hover, you may want to change the color of the typography, or if you're using it on a button, you may want to change the background color. These are basically pseudo-classes, and that's a very basic example, but something that we probably use every single day without necessarily understanding what it is. But we can go so much further, and I've got a very specific use case I want to demonstrate to you today just to show you how useful these actually are in your work. So we take a look at this accommodation-based travel site. If we scroll down, you can see under each of the different properties, we've got this price, and it says from a certain price per day. Each one of these is all set up. Now, all we're putting in is the price. So you'll see that 549, 449, and so on. But the from and the per day are effectively being used by CSS pseudo-classes. This means that we can do really cool things with them. Let me show you how easy it is to set this up for yourself. Now we're going to be using one CSS definition. In this example, it's called prices start. And then we're going to put the pseudo-class afterwards. In this case, after. So we take a quick look at the CSS. The first part is the actual class itself. In this example, prices start. Then we've got a colon and we've got after. This is denoting that pseudo class. And then we can say what we want to do with it. In this example, we're going to use the content function and then tell it what content we want to place, in this example, after our custom class. So let's go and create a second one now for the before. So we'll do the same thing again. We'll put the class in, which is prices start. We'll put that colon, and then we're going to put before. We'll open our curly brackets and make a bit of space, and then we're going to put content in. So we're going to use that same control, and then we're going to put in exactly what we want, which in this case is going to be the speech marks, and then we're going to put the word from, put a space, and we're going to put a pound sign in there. So this has now set up the two various definitions. We've got the after and we've got the before. So this is the first part. Let's go and publish this. And now we want to use it, we've got to use our CSS class, our prices start. So all we need to do is open up our page or template that we want to add this to. So this is what we have here. And this is our meta value. This is just a placeholder for our actual content pulled in from advanced custom fields. And I'm using GenerateBlocks in this example, but you can use basically anything you want. Any way you can apply classes, you can use this functionality. Now all we need to do is make sure we've got that selected. So let's open up the list panel from the left-hand side. Make sure that is the selected block. Come over to advanced in this example, and we've got additional CSS class or classes. And all we need to do is drop in the name of the class we want to apply. In our example, prices start. And even though you see nothing actually happening inside the editor, Gutenberg isn't necessarily the best for this, we'll click on update. And we come back out to our page. You can see at the moment we've got a lowercase f for from, but let's refresh this now with our new version. And you can see that's now updated and everything is in place using those simple pseudo classes and applying that to the individual block that we want to apply it to. And this is just really scratching the surface of what you can do with the before and after pseudo classes. So I would experiment with these and kind of open up ways to use them. Now this is really cool when you've got dynamic data and you want to put some information around that dynamic data and you don't necessarily have the easiest way of working inside the tools that you're using. Now with GenerateBlocks at this point in time, it's not that easy to kind of put this information before or after our dynamic data. This makes it so super simple. But that's basically what I wanted to show you in this video. Another quick way of using CSS to open up some really cool functionality that you may not have actually looked into in the past. As always, all applicable links and the code will be listed in the description down below. My name is Paul C. This is WPTuts, and until next time, take care.